Welcome guys to another Diagnosing 16 deck profile video. As promised, I am going to be showing you what my Subterror deck looks like. It's about 42 cards. So here we go. First things first, I run 2 Subterror Nemesis Archer because of the fact that it'll help you special summon your big behemoths. But for the most part, I usually end up I summon new Matrix a lot, so that's what I mainly use her for. I run 2 because a little tight on the money at the moment. Next, I run 3 Subterror Nemesis Warrior for the main effect of special summoning itself in the graveyard. 1 Ultra Magus, because normally you'd only need the 1 on the fields, but in the future I might actually get more. We have 2 Stalagmo, because Stalagmo is the draw engine of the deck. It makes for a semi-good hand if you have the right cards. 1 Subterror Behemoth Matrix. I might actually run at least 1 more because why not? Also, I am going to be getting the cards from the Maximum Crisis thing, the new hack that comes out on May 5th. 1 Subterror Behemoth Voltaic. It takes control of my opponent's set monsters, which goes together with Ultra Magus. And that's the end of my behemoth portion. Well, not behemoth, my Subterror portion of this profile. Now we're going to move on to the prediction ritual engine. We have here 3 prediction princess territory. It's the main card of the deck for the most part. You use it to special summon your flip monsters either from your hand or from your graveyard to face down defense position. And during either player's turn, you can either flip your monsters face up or face down, which is always a good thing. I run 2 Prediction Princess arrows still, but that's only for the most part. It's only because I was supposed to be getting 2 prediction rituals in the mail that didn't come, other than the one that I already have. So I need this to bring them back from the graveyard. I run 1 Prediction Princess Parallels to change my opponent's monsters to a defense position so that they can't attack or do anything bad. Plus, if their monster field is filled up with monsters that they obviously can't use, it works out for me. For the most part, I haven't really, done anything effective with it. I run 1 Prediction Princess Crystalline. I can add 1 ritual monster from my deck or graveyard to the hand. I mostly use this to, if I run out of pre-preparation of rights, which, let's face it, you never run out of pre-preparation of rights. It's there just to be there. 1 Prediction Princess Astro Morgan for the burn damage. I'd flip it face up. Deal 500 damage for each of the destroyed defense position monsters it destroys with its effect. And then I could flip it back face down with Terror Tray and wait it out again. And that's the end of the Prediction Princess lineup. Actually, technically, it's not, but that's the monster portion of it. I do run 1 Photo Wyvern because of Ultra Magus' effect to flip things face down, including my opponent's monsters. I can then summon this either by normal or flip and destroy not only their spell or traps, but also their monsters. Because it says destroy all set cards your opponent controls, which is always a good thing. And the last of my monster lineup, Jin, Prognosticator of Rituals. When I ritual summon a monster, I can banish this card as one of the requirements, and the ritual summon monster, the player ritual summons using this card. If that ritual monster inflicts battle damage to the other player, they discard one card. So as far as I'm concerned, it's also a hand destruction-like thing. And that's the last of my monster lineup. And now, as it stands, I run 3 pre-preparation rides, I should say, to bring out, Terra Tray and Prediction Ritual. But for the most part, I only use it to bring out Terra Tray. I run 1 Prediction Ritual. As I said, I was supposed to be getting 2 more, but apparently it somehow got lost in the mail or something. So I might have them order. They're sending me some 2 more because that's the amount that I had ordered and they didn't arrive. 1 Ritual Cage. I take no battle damage from attacks involving a ritual summon monster I control, and ritual monsters I control cannot be targeted or destroyed by monster effects. So it's good for stopping cards that pop monsters on the field. Like I don't know if Castel targets, but it's kind of like that. I run 1 The Hidden City because this motherfucker is kind of pricey as all hell. I swear to God, I spent like $12 on this. It's fucking unreal. But then again, I can understand why. It's a phenomenal card. If you draw into this first turn, you get an automatic search for 1. You can change 1 face down defense position Subterrors monster I control into face out attack or defense position. Once per turn, when the opponent's monster declares attack, change 1 defense position Subterrors monster I control to face up attack or defense position and negate the attack. And I can only use it once per turn. It's a really good card. I love it. I never get to use it. I run 1 Rhoda, mostly because of Nemesis Warrior, which is I don't want to say it's one of the main cards because I still think that Archer is better. But you definitely want to at least see 1 warrior in your hand at all times, or at least some of the time. You never want to go without a Rhoda. That's what I'm saying. I run 1 Soul Release just in case I get their big important cards that they can search from the graveyard into the graveyard. I can banish up to 5 cards in any graveyard. I'm only going to be using this for their graveyard, obviously, because that's the only way that I can get this card to work properly. I run 1 Prohibition for decks that run like cards that say this card can be treated as such and such, aka spirals. I can use it for mass change, polarization of any sort, and it basically just stops bigger monsters, or problem monsters, I should say, from coming out on the field. I run 2 MST because I'm too cheap to find Twin Twisters. I think I was going to add another MST, so that's I'm gonna have to figure that one out. I also run 1 Dark Hole, just in case, because you never want to go without a Dark Hole. If you go without a Dark Hole, there's a high chance you done fucked up. 1 Soul Reversal, get 1 of my flip monsters from my graveyard. I'm probably gonna end up getting more, because this card is fucking awesome. And either way, if I face something like spirals, it won't matter because I'll at least know that something in the top 3 cards will be good. Now for the swords portion of my deck profile, I run 2 swords of concealing, just in case one runs out or gets popped. Knowing one of my friends who runs spirals, he always pops my swords. And 1 swords of revealing light, just to make extra sure, I should say, that they can't attack me. Because you never know, someone always finds a way. Now for the book portion of this. Book of Moon, obvious effect, target 1 face-up monster on the field, change the target to face down defense position. I mostly use this as a defensive card, but occasionally when their field's all wiped out and they can't do jack, then I will use this to flip my Subterrors face up, or actually no, face down. 1 Book of Eclipse. Change all face-up monsters. Yeah, this card is a double-edged sword. I'm actually considering taking it out, but in its own, it's how do I put this? It's a kind of good card, but it gives your opponent way too much support. You can change all face-up monsters in the field to face down to defense position. Obviously good for your sub-terror monsters if you have like a ton of them on the field and you accidentally forgot to switch them face down, because if you're like me and your mind tends to wander, you'll never actually remember to flip them face down. Boom. There you go. During the end phase of the turn, flip as many face down defense position monsters your opponent controls as possible face up. Then your opponent draws cards equal to the number of monsters flipped face up by this effect. That's where the double-edged part comes in, because you don't want your opponent drawing unless you know that they can't do anything with the hand that they got in the first place. But unless you have something that can stop them from doing anything important, then you're basically screwing yourself over. I run 2 Subterror Behemoth Burrowing. I'm probably going to add a 3rd one in. For the most part, I use it for its secondary effect, where if the card on the field is destroyed by a card effect, again, add 1 Subterror monster from your deck to your hand. I don't like the first effect that says that you can banish 1 Subterror monster from your graveyard, because there's, as of right now, or as of the entire archetype of itself, you can't add Subterrors back from the banish zone, so there's no real point of using this effect. Unless you're going to go for the face down defense position monsters you control cannot be destroyed by card effects. But then, and your opponent cannot target them with card effects. But then again, I can't really think of anything that targets face down defense position monsters, so I'm probably just going to be using it for its secondary effect. I run 1 wall disruption, actually. I only run the 1 because, let's face it, it should be a stable card. I give it all the credit in the world. I won so many duels with this on Dev Pro. And, it just, like, how can you even begin to throw out the option of wasting all your opponent's monsters' attack by a maximum of 4,000? If they're all in attack position, then you should just waste them by 4,000. Of course, they're going to try to go for the highest attack possible, but then again, they can't do it for all their monsters unless they're like Fright First or something. So I honestly think that this is a great card. I run 1 Mirror Force for the final card. Frankly, I'm actually considering running Dark Mirror Force because God only knows how helpful this would be. Like say that I flip all their monsters face down permanently. Or when they attack my monster, then I flip them all face down. Or, just to be that guy, what if I flip them face down at the beginning of their turn and then they normal summon, or special summon, I should say, a high leveled monster with a high attack, and then boom, banish their defense position monsters. Boom, gone. Everyone cries. And that is my Subterror profile. So, be sure to like, share, and subscribe for more gaming content like this. And I will see you all again for the next one. Take care. Goodbye.